In today's video, we are going to talk about 5 mistakes which freshers make in their interview, which can even cost them their jobs. So watch this video till the very end, avoid these blunders so you can get your dream job in your first attempt. Hello everyone, I am Ankit and you are watching Corporate Wala, the channel which helps you get your dream job. So the very first mistake which freshers make is not knowing their CV inside out. One of the common mistakes which we as a fresher make is not knowing our CV inside out. I have seen so many people making this mistake where they tend to forget the information they have written on their CV, confuse it, or they even contradict the information they have written on their CV. So this is the mistake which you should avoid. How do we actually prepare our CV? We copy the information from internet or from a friend's CV and prepare our CV, which is still fine. But the mistake which we are making here is not knowing the meaning of words we have written on our CV. Whatever we are writing on our CV, we should know the meaning of each and every word. Also, you should have an example or story ready to back up everything you are claiming on your CV. This will increase your credibility, give you confidence, and also your answer will look more authentic. Okay, great. Now let's move on to our mistake number 2, which we as a fresher are making. Not doing enough research about company. In today's challenging time, what is happening? We are not getting enough interview calls. So what we are doing is, whatever opportunity we are seeing on internet, we are applying for it. And when we actually get a call for interview, we are not sure out of the 1,000 position we have applied for which position we are actually getting the interview call. And what we do is we go for the interview without knowing much about the company, the role we have applied for, and the skill required for that particular role. And what that does is when you go for the interview, you are not able to perform up to the mark or as per the expectation of the interviewer, and you end up getting rejected. So to avoid this, what you can do is before going for your interview, research about the company. At least know the basic information about the company, like who is their CEO, what is their vision, what is their mission, in what areas the company is operating, and the role for which you have applied. If you can get the job description of that particular role, read it twice or thrice, understand the requirement of the role, what are the skills they are looking for, and based on that, prepare for the interview, which will significantly increase your chances of getting hired for that particular position. If you are not sure how to research about the company, I have made so many videos on Genpact and Accenture. You can watch them as well if you are going for Genpact or Accenture interview. If you want me to make video for other companies as well, you can let me know in comments. Okay, great. Now let's move on to our mistake number 3, not preparing for common interview question and answer. Another mistake which we as a fresher make is not preparing for the common interview question and answer. No matter for which role you are applying, there are a set of questions which interviewer might ask you for sure. These questions are usually related to our CV, education, our skills, strengths and weaknesses, our achievements which we have shown, or our goal or motivation, and last but not the least, our salary expectations. So these are kind of questions which interviewer asks us to assess our suitability for the role. So how we can avoid this mistake? We can list down all the most asked common questions during an interview, prepare a sample answer, and practice them before going for actual interview. The more you will practice before your interview, it will come natural when you will go for your actual interview. So make sure you're writing them down after watching this video and start practicing from today only. You can check out the various playlists on my channel where I have shown most asked questions and how to answer them. Moving on to our next mistake, not customizing our CV as per the job requirement. Now don't get me started on this one. I have seen so many people making this mistake where they are sending same CV for each and every job they are applying for without knowing the requirement of that particular job. And this shows lack of attention and efforts and can make your CV look like a generic one. So many people ask me, I am applying for job but not getting any interview call. This is the exact reason you are not getting any interview call, because you are applying for all the job position with the same CV without knowing the requirement of that particular job. So make sure before applying for any job, you are altering the CV as per the requirement of the job. Before applying for any job, customize your CV as per the requirement of that particular job. You can also include the keywords, phrases, or terms which they have used in the job description, which will increase the chances of getting your CV shortlisting, which will ultimately result in getting you an interview call. And then the chances of getting hired will increase, because if you're not getting even an interview call, how you are going to get your dream job? So it is very important that you are altering your CV as per the requirement of the job. Okay, great. Now let's move on to our final mistake, which is not asking question at the end of the interview. I know as a fresher, we are very nervous during our interview and we want it to end as soon as possible and just get hired. And at the end, when interviewer asks us, do you have any question for me? and we end up saying, no, we don't have any questions. But this is not the right approach to end your interview. This is your chance to get more information or get clarity, whatever doubts you have related to that particular job. This is your opportunity to show that you are interested and curious about that job. You want to learn more about the company, the culture, the team you will be part of. So make sure before going for your next interview, you are preparing few of the questions which you can ask at the end of the interview. If interviewer asks you, do you have any questions for me? Now, if you're not sure what kind of question you can ask at the end of your interview, you can watch my this video. This will give you a proper guide what kind of question you should ask at the end of your interview.